In 1940, Fitzgerald suffered a third and fatal heart attack and died believing his work forgotten. His obituary in the New York Times hailed him as a brilliant novelist and cited Gatsby as his greatest work. In the wake of Fitzgerald's death, a strong appreciation for the book gradually developed in writers' circles. Future authors Bud Schulberg and Edward Newhouse were deeply affected by it, and John O'Hara acknowledged its influence on his work. By the time that Gatsby was republished in Edmund Wilson's edition of The Last Tycoon in 1941, the prevailing opinion in writers' circles deemed the novel to be an enduring work of fiction. In the spring of 1942, mere months after the United States' entrance into World War II, an association of publishing executives created the Council on Books in Wartime with the stated purpose of distributing paperback armed services editions books to combat troops. The Great Gatsby was one of them. Within the next several years, 155,000 copies of Gatsby were distributed to U.S. soldiers overseas, and the book proved popular among beleaguered troops. According to the Saturday Evening Post's contemporary report, by 1944, a full-scale Fitzgerald revival had occurred. Full-length scholarly articles on Fitzgerald's works were being published in periodicals and, by the following year, the earlier consensus among professional critics that The Great Gatsby was merely a sensational story or a nostalgic period piece had effectively vanished. The tireless promotional efforts of literary critic Edmund Wilson, who was Fitzgerald's Princeton classmate and his close friend, led this Fitzgerald revival. In 1951, 3 years after Zelda's death in a hospital fire, Professor Arthur Meisner of Cornell University published The Far Side of Paradise, the first biography of Fitzgerald. Meisner's best-selling biography emphasized The Great Gatsby's positive reception by literary critics, which may have further influenced public opinion and renewed interest in it. By 1960, 35 years after the novel's original publication, the book was steadily selling 100,000 copies per year. Renewed interest in it led the New York Times editorialist Meisner to proclaim the novel was a masterwork of 20th-century American literature. By 1974, The Great Gatsby had attained its status as a literary masterwork and was deemed a contender for the title of the Great American Novel. Hunter S. Thompson retyped pages of The Great Gatsby, just to get a feeling of what it was like to write that way. According to Thompson's friend William Knack, Thompson once retyped the entirety of the novel. Roger Ebert wrote that, perhaps Fitzgerald's words compelled into an aesthetic contemplation he neither understood nor desired, is the best possible description of Thompson's work. By the mid-2000s, many literary critics considered The Great Gatsby to be one of the greatest novels ever written, and the work was part of the assigned curricula in the near majority of U.S. high schools. As of early 2020, The Great Gatsby had sold almost 30 million copies worldwide and continues to sell an additional 500,000 copies annually. Numerous foreign editions of the novel have been published, and the text has been translated into 42 different languages. The work is Scribner's most popular title. In 2013, the e-book alone sold 185,000 copies. The novel's U.S. copyright expired on January 1, 2021. When all works published in 1925 entered the public domain.